This is the Red Line Network.
What's going on there, peoples? It's Thursday. It's Friday Eve. I'm sure everybody's excited. I'm not excited about this heat wave. I can't wait for summer to be over. Not that I try to rush it, but I know what's on the back end of summer, and that's football, and it's cooler temperatures. And you get to October, you don't have to run your heat, your AC. You can just crack the windows open, let the stink out. So we're T minus whatever it is, 5.5 weeks. There's a game on tonight, the Hall of Fame game, which I could give two shits about. I think they should stop doing it. I think they should just have the Hall of Fame ceremony and be done with it. But welcome to Four Down Territory here on the Red Line Radio Network. All things NFL. Be a quick show. Let me just jump into it here. The Lions have made Jahmyr Gibbs the highest paid running back in NFL history. They've agreed to a 3-year, $67.5 million extension. Deal could be worth up $75.75 million and includes $51.5 million guaranteed. Whatever that is after taxes, I don't know. The deal surpasses Bijan Robinson, who just signed a couple days ago with the Falcons. The $22.25 million average annually of Robinson's contract made him the NFL's third running back to get more than $20 million. Jonathan Taylor of the Colts, he signed. Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. Whoever sent me a thumbs up, outstanding. Thanks for tuning in. Jonathan Taylor makes $22 million a year now, and Saquon Barkley $20.6. So if you're keeping track at home, Jahmyr Gibbs $22.5 million a year. Bijan Robinson $22.5 million a year. This is average. Jonathan Taylor 22. Saquon Barkley 20.64 or 20.6, and Christian McCaffrey 19 million. What else from the world of the NFL that I saw? The Bills' C.J. Gardner-Johnson says he can't wait to play versus the Texans. Reported by Elena Getzenberg, Espen. Said he can't wait to play the Texans, one of his former teams. He said it's a good team, not saying nothing on the front office or the staff, but the players there are good. All the bullshit that came out, it was lies, but whatever. I just can't wait to see him. So already talking shit. 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks into training camp. Hall of Famer Larry Fitzgerald says, I don't believe in retirement. Put by Josh Weinfuss, Espen. What does Fitzgerald say today? I remember them talking about retirement killing more people in our country than anything. He said Thursday in Canton, and so that always stuck with me. And so I just don't believe in retirement. I just think you transition into different phases, especially as an athlete. Okay. He doesn't believe in retirement. Good for him. Saints rookie wide receiver Brock Steiner. He's been suspended for the first 6 games in the NFL season. Steiner will be allowed to practice during training camp and play in preseason games. The suspension will begin after the roster is reduced to 53 players on August the 30th. It doesn't say why he was suspended, though. Reported by Catherine Terrell, ESPN. Yeah, it doesn't say here why he was actually suspended. I'm trying to read in here. Yeah, the NFL did not indicate the reason why he was suspended. The Texans, again, in the news. The Texans and Henry Tuoto'o, they agreed Thursday to a 2-year, $16 million extension. He can earn $1 million in incentives on the deal. It's good for him. Tampa Bay Buccaneers GM has come out and said there's no plans to trade Vita Vea or Baker Mayfield. No plans for Vita Vea trade. General Manager Jason Licht, I have no plans on trading Vita, he said. We love Vita. We've been engaged with his agent recently. I don't know how it's going to end, but we've been engaged, and that's at least some progress. As for Mayfield, excuse me, ugh, Licht declined to state why the Bucks offered it only a 2-year deal. He said, "quote unquote," I'm not going to get into specifics about the contract and all that stuff, but yeah, we do think he is a franchise quarterback. We love Baker. Baker's in a great place right now. We're in a very good place. That's all well and good. It's still kind of a mess down there in Tampa. Let's see. What else did I see across the wire? The Colts, they hosted 6 tight ends for tryouts. The 6 tight ends that tried out were Pharaoh Brown, Baylor Cupp, Brandon Frazier, Heinrich Harberg, John Stevens, and Jermaine Terry. Let's see what else. Oh, what did I just see there? Oh, Stefon Diggs is going to be signing with the Commanders, by the way. I think I said that the other day. Dan Graziano said that Tom Brady is advising the Raiders to not start Fernando Mendoza until he's ready. I call bullshit. I think they should start him right away over Kirk. First of all, Kirk's not going to make it through a season, and second of all, when the Raiders are 1-3 and Kirk is sucking, Fernando will be in there quicker than you think. The Browns still with their quarterback competition ongoing. What else did I see? I'm looking over the ticker here, just trying to see if anything came through. Have you picked your fantasy football team yet? Have you held your draft yet? Probably not. Have you gone to ESPN or the Yahoo? Well, I don't think the NFL does it anymore, though. Again, I'm trying to look over the ticker here to see what else is on here. Rumor has it that the New England Patriots may trade Kayshon Boutte. I don't know how much credence there is to that. Puka Nacua has hired a new agent or new agents amid the Rams contract rumors ahead of the season. Good for him. Aaron Donald worked out for the Rams during training camp. He's coming back. I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to come back. the chance to play alongside Myles Garrett. He'll come back. Keeping himself in shape. Why wouldn't you want to come back? The Rams are loaded. Still have to stay healthy. Again, the best ability is availability. Just trying to look through the training camps to see if there was any sort of big time news coming out of said team's training camp. Yeah, with the whole Stephon Diggs to the Commanders, I don't know how he's going to fit in. He's a headache, man. He's always been a headache. Talking about fantasy football, Espen, Eric Carabell, they came out with their fantasy football do not draft list. I'm looking for the list. Why is it not showing me the list? They're saying do not draft Jackson Dart, Cam Scatabo, and Malik Neighbors because they're rarely on the field together. So that's interesting. Let's see what else are they saying here. It's not really showing me much of a list. Fantasy, look, fantasy teams I'd stay away from drafting anybody from. First of all, would be the Cardinals, the Saints, the Dolphins. Who else? The Raiders. Probably pick 4 or 5 teams that I would not draft in my fantasy. Unless you're going to think, you know, like with the Raiders, Ashton Genty, does he really have any competition as a running back? Probably not. If you're going to pick the quarterback from Miami, do they really have any sort of competition? Yes, I'm looking over the transaction ticker here. Everything I've been over, I went over. The Broncos earlier, actually yesterday, Denver's coach Sean Payton said the Broncos will have more of a scrimmage format for Saturday's practice when Payton and several other members of the coaching staff are in Canton, Ohio, to attend Drew Brees' enshrinement. Again, bad news for the Falcons. Jalon Walker, he's out. He's out for the season with an ACL tear. Like I said, I think it's going to be a real quick episode today. I'm trying to look over some other news and notes. What else? Jets quarterback Geno Smith has been wearing red contact lenses during training camp practices to combat glare. Just put the black shit underneath your husband. It came out today. Netflix will release Untold, the testimony of Vince Young. That'll be on August 25th. Found this interesting. Reported by NFL Rumors on the X. Bills wide receiver Keon Coleman could open the season as wide receiver 5 due to his lingering issues with drops and lackluster performances in camp. Let's see what else did I see here. On the dial. The Tennessee Titans, they hosted 6 running backs for tryouts. Actually, no, six players for tryouts. Running back Jashawn Corbin, linebacker Dominic Hampton, linebacker Cam Riley, running back Trey Sermon, running back Zach Switzer, and running back Zamir White. This is actually from yesterday. Some of the moves teams made. Arizona waived with an injury settlement cornerback Jaden Davis. Baltimore Ravens activated center Corey Bullock from the active list. Carolina Panthers signed offensive lineman Jake Curhan and defensive tackle Parker Peterson. They placed guard Sadiq Charles on IR. The Chicago Bears activated linebacker TJ Edwards, active NFL list. Detroit Lions activated tight end Tyler Conklin off the PUP list. Signed wide receiver Tariq Black, placed on IR tight end Miles Kitselman. Houston, Texas waived defensive tackle Junior Tafuna. Jaguars signed center Sam Mustipher. The Raiders, the Los Angeles Raiders, signed tight end Chris Myrick, waived tight end Zach Kuntz, and safety Tanner Wall. Miami Dolphins claimed off waivers from the Patriots tight end Jeremiah Franklin. Signed defensive tackle Fatorma Mulba. Placed defensive tackle Renee Kunga on IR, and they waived outside linebacker Seth Coleman. The Jets signed tight end Connor Holstein, defensive tackle Patrick Jenkins. They waived with injury designation defensive end Eric Watts. Waived safety Keydron Smith. Philadelphia Eagles signed wide receiver Brandon Hayes. The Seahawks signed running back TJ Harden, cornerback Jordan Washington, and they waived quarterbacks Brandon Johnson, linebacker Garrett Nelson. Washington Commanders waived with an injury settlement quarterback Trey Hawkins. What else did I see? I wanted to mention something else. No, it disappeared. Somewhere I saw the updated Super Bowl odds. And now for some odd reason it's not showing me. I just saw it somewhere and now it's not showing me at all. It was right here. And now it's not here. What the fig, man? Shut the front door. Again, as far as fantasy football goes, I really don't get into shit until we're a couple weeks out. From when the season starts. Nope, it's not showing me the updated Super Bowl odds. Let me try one more thing before I end the show. Oh, here we go. Updated Super Bowl odds. Right now, the Rams are still the favorites. They're plus 550, plus 295 to win the conference, even to win the division. Ravens and the Bills, 10-1 odds. Ravens plus 470 to win the conference. Bills plus 510. Then you have the Seahawks. I don't understand this one because I think they just lost too much. They're 11-1 plus 600 to win the conference. Then you have 3 teams at 16-1: the Patriots, the Chiefs, and the Eagles. 17-1 are the Chargers. Intriguing. Texans and the Packers 18-1. The Lions are 19-1, along with the 49ers. If you're looking to make some money, if you just want to throw a couple bucks on the Cardinals are 500-1. The Dolphins are 350-1. Browns and the Jets are 200-1. Titans are 130-1. Some interesting teams way down. We have the Steelers at 50-1. Cowboys are 25-1. The Jags are 30-1. I think the Jags take a step back this year. The Bears are 24-1. The Broncos are 20-1. And the Partridge in the Pear Tree. So I think I'm going to end it there. Again, not a whole lot of news other than the Gibbs signing, the Taylor signing, just some minor stuff going on in training camps right now. We're 3 weeks into it. Another 5 weeks till the start of the season, I believe. What's today's date? Today's the 7th. 24. Yes, 5 weeks. And I believe that's September 11th. Or maybe it's September 10th. It might be September the 10th. Somewhere in there. Because the first game is in fucking Australia or Mount Everest or whatever they have it. I'm sorry, September 9th. It's a Wednesday. In Seattle, Super Bowl matchup again. New England's at Seattle. And then it's Thursday. San Francisco plays Los Angeles in Australia. Let me go to week one real quick. The New England Seattle game will be intriguing. I want to see how both teams are coming off the Super Bowl. San Francisco and Los Angeles, that's an early matchup division wise. I'll be interested to see. You got Tampa Bay, Cincinnati. Could be a good one. New Orleans at Detroit. If Detroit doesn't beat the shit out of New Orleans, there's a problem. Tennessee's playing the Jets. I'm going to say this right now. I was having this conversation a couple of weeks ago over at my favorite cigar lounge, the Leaf and Bean Cigar Lounge over there in Florence, New Jersey. Uh, they asked me to pick a wild card in the AFC this year. Watch out for Tennessee. Watch out for the Titans this year. I'm not saying they're going to win a Super Bowl. I'm not going to say they're going to make the playoffs. They could put a dent in the other team's chances. Atlanta's at Pittsburgh, which is an interesting intra squad matchup. Chicago, Carolina, Cleveland, Jacksonville, Buffalo, and Houston. That'll be tasty. Miami and Vegas. Was anybody going to watch? Green Bay, Minnesota, early NFC Black and Blue division. Washington at Philly. How's Jaden Daniels going to be coming off the injury last year? Arizona at the Chargers. I fully expect the Chargers to win opening week. Dallas at the Giants. That's the 8:20 game. And then the Broncos play my Chiefs Monday. So that'll be interesting. Early lines for week one. New England, Seattle. Seattle's favored by 3.5. The over-under is 44.5. The San Francisco, Los Angeles. The Rams are favored by 3.5. The over-under is 48.5. Cincinnati, Tampa Bay. The Bengals are favored by 3.5. The over-under is 51.5. New Orleans and Detroit. Detroit's favored by 7. The over-under is 47.5. Tennessee and the Jets. Tennessee's favored by 3. The over-under right now is 38.5. Baltimore, Indianapolis. Baltimore's favored by 3.5. The over-under right now is 48.5. This is week one. Atlanta at Pittsburgh. The Steelers are favored by 3, over under 41.5. Carolina, Chicago. The Bears are favored by 2.5. Over under is 46.5. Cleveland at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's favored by 7.5, week 1. Over under is 40.5. Buffalo at Houston. Buffalo favored by 1.5. Over under right now is 44.5. Miami at Vegas. Las Vegas favored by 3.5. Over under 40.5. Green Bay at Minnesota. Green Bay is actually favored by 1.5. Over under is 45.5. Excuse me. Washington at Philadelphia. Pittsburgh's favored by 4.5. Over under 47.5. Arizona at the Chargers. Chargers favored by 11.5. Over under is 46.5. Dallas at the G-Men. Dallas favored by 2.5. The over under is 48.5. Denver at Kansas City. Kansas City, a field goal favorite. Over under 42.5. So I'm going to end it there. At the top of the hour, 8 o'clock here on the Redline Radio Network, will be another episode of Early Evening Sports Buffet with the Ginch. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mr. Jeff Wald is going to be on here. We're going to talk all things Minnesota sports. Pick his brain about the Vikings. Is he happy or sad about what the Twins did at the trade deadline? Talk a little Timberwolves. Talk a little Wild. See if he's pleased with how their off seasons are going. And then I will pick his brain about the Minnesota Gophers. Not the Gophers, the Gophers. You know, the furry rodents. So I'll pick his brain about that. I will. Oh, I forgot to do this. Almost forgot. Because I'm a dumbass. Let me get to it here. Gotta pay the bills. Right? Take my ugly ass off here. I will see everybody at the top of the hour. I'm out. As soon as I take myself off.
You're watching the Redline Radio Network.